A bride-to-be from Georgia may have made an expensive choice when she ran away from her wedding. A Wilson High School honors student is being told she can't go to prom because of poor academic performance. And a new survey shows teens are playing with fire when they decide to tan.
At 5, this is News 8 Now.
Good afternoon, everyone. The Georgia bride who hopped a bus to New Mexico instead of walking down the aisle may have been planning her getaway for some time.
As the district attorney in her hometown considers charges against her, new details of her side have emerged. Reporter Susan Roberts is in Duluth, Georgia, with the very latest.
The Georgia runaway bride has not shown her face in public yet, but she may have to face up to the hefty toll she brought upon her small town of Duluth. The Gwinnett County District Attorney says he has the authority to press criminal charges against 32-year-old Jennifer Wilbanks for her lies to police about being kidnapped.
If she had called and said, I got scared, I'm coming home in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and never lied, we wouldn't all be standing here today.
The DA says investigators have evidence Wilbanks' decision to leave was not a spur-of-the-moment thing. He says she cut her hair, secretly set aside some cash, and may have prearranged her travel plans. And Duluth's mayor estimates the town spent about $100,000 looking for Wilbanks, and the town may try to recoup some of that by possibly suing her.
Wilbanks began her multi-state escapade here last Tuesday. She left her house here in Duluth telling her fiance she was going for a jog. But then she took a cab to the bus station and a bus to Las Vegas.
Then Wilbanks backtracked to Albuquerque, New Mexico, where she called her family and police. Abducted, but was now okay.
Albuquerque 911 operator 45, where's your emergency? I was kidnapped earlier this week, and I'm here now, and Jennifer.
Wilbanks came clean to investigators a few hours later, but she has yet to come clean to her trusting community. Susan Roberts, CBS News, Duluth, Georgia.
Well, wedding planners tell News 8 it's important not to let all the little details of a wedding stress you out. Angela Hall works with brides to plan their weddings. She says in 14 years, only 5 of the weddings she's helped plan were called off. Bride-to-be Melissa Riley is working with Angela to plan her wedding. Melissa says it's a stressful time to be sure, but she has learned to manage the stress.
Just trying to get organized, all the small details, making sure that everyone knows where to go and show up, and just kind of making sure that everyone's going to have a good time.
I see a lot of, really stressful situations, but I could see where somebody would just take off.
The cost for canceling a wedding can be very high. When you cancel at the last minute, most things like the food, the flowers, and the services are not refundable.
The Army reservist at the center of the Abu Ghraib Iraqi prison scandal today admitted to her crimes. Linda England pleaded guilty to 7 of 9 charges, including conspiracy, prisoner maltreatment, and in a story that was first reported on 60 Minutes, she and other soldiers posed with Iraqi prisoners who were forced into humiliating and sexually suggestive poses. Her defense attorney says she was just following orders. England faces 11 years in prison.
More tonight on a story News 8 was first to report that some Wilson High School students won't be allowed to go to their prom because of poor grades and too many absences. We are now learning that a large majority of Wilson students who want to go to their prom can't. That includes Christina Douglas, who happens to be an honor roll student and a member of the National Honor Society. Christina met with Wilson's principal today, but did not change her mind.
Perhaps you've noticed picket lines around the Rochester region today. A contract expired over the weekend for a large union of bricklayers and allied craft workers. News 8's Melissa Long's been speaking with both sides today. Melissa.
Kevin, the picket lines you may have passed by have just a few workers at each site, but in total, this group is large. Several hundred people are members of this BAC number 3, that's the Bricklayers and Allied Craft Workers Union. Midnight Saturday, their 5-year contract with the area contractors and construction workers expired. About a dozen projects in the region are affected by this strike, like the new Pittsford Library. These men say they would prefer to be working, but they are sticking together. They are walking the picket line.
It's my livelihood. It's my livelihood, and it's a lot of men's livelihood. It's our pension, it's our health insurance.
We want to get it done as quickly as possible. The longer it lasts, certainly the more difficult it is, but there are also other ways to get work done.
You were just hearing from Aaron Hilger. He's speaking on behalf of the 40 to 50 contractors that are part of this strike. The Construction Industry Association of Rochester represents those contractors, construction companies, and is again speaking on their behalf. The bricklayers say this is not about money, it is about language in the contract that has not yet been agreed upon. The last time the two sides sat down at the bargaining table was last Thursday, prior to that contract expiring on Saturday. And I've been told right now no date has been set for another meeting. Melissa Long, News 8 Now.
A Buffalo firefighter made what many doctors are calling a stunning recovery, nearly a decade after being injured while fighting a fire. Don Herbert suffered a severe brain injury in December of 1995 when a roof collapsed on him. He was without oxygen for 12 minutes when his air pack ran out. And after 10 years of not being able to communicate verbally, now he can. This past weekend when he communicated with loved ones for the first time.
He spent most of the day catching up with his family. He spent most of the time with his family. He stayed up until early morning talking to his boys and catching up on what they've been doing over the last several years.
Generally, if someone has no oxygen for 12 minutes, it's very unusual for them not to have significant brain damage and much of it irreversible.
Now, his family considers this miraculous because over the last 10 years, Don's progress has been described as small.
2 Fort Drum soldiers are among the latest to die in Iraq, supporting Operation Iraqi Freedom. One of them was Private Charles Cooper from Jamestown. More than 100 people have died there since Friday, and there was another deadly car bombing in Baghdad this morning. Another Westerner has been taken hostage as well, Douglas Wood, an engineer. His wife in California says he'd been working on Iraqi reconstruction projects for the last 18 months. His kidnapped circumstances are unclear, but on this videotape, he pleaded for U.S.-led forces to leave Iraq and save his life.
A very unique birth control program is coming to Rochester early next month. It's called Project Prevention, and it actually pays people who are willing to be sterilized. The woman who runs the North Carolina project says Rochester caught her attention when a judge told a homeless woman she couldn't have any more children. Project Prevention plans to set up in Rochester's inner city on or around June 1st, and they say they'll stay in town for a couple of days.
It's a crowded slate of candidates for the Palmyra-Macedon Board of Education, and the public has its chance to question each of the candidates at a forum tonight. There are 10 people running for 4 seats. The district clerk tells News 8 former business manager Bill Nicoporic's legal troubles is one of a few big issues driving this year's election. Tonight's Meet the Candidates Forum at PalMac starts at 7 at the PalMac High School Auditorium. Well, let's check the roads on this Monday evening. Here's Kate McLean with Metro Traffic. Hi, Kate.
Good afternoon, Maureen. And heading out of downtown, we're in good shape on 490. No slowdowns. A little slow eastbound as you're going across the True Powell Bridge through construction. And also the same scenario, 104 westbound, heading through the Vets Bridge and Lake Avenue because of the lane reductions there. You're going to be a bit under the limit. With your Metro Traffic, I'm Kate McLean.
Now, weather on the 8s. Here's Chief Meteorologist Scott Hatzko with the exclusive Stormwatch 8 forecast.
Hi, everybody. A very good evening and welcome to May. You know, it is May, so it's blooming, spring-like weather, and in that spirit, we wanted to show you this. Take a look. We have some new-looking graphics here, and what it really means is we're trying to better serve you with new technology. We got some new items to show you throughout the next several days, and this will be our signature look from here on. Let's get to it, and we'll take you through the journey. Right now, temperature of 50, dew point 29, feels like 44 with the wind out of the west-southwest. Some of these maps will not be much different looking, but boy, some of them will. And again, it's exciting for me, and we hope certainly you enjoy, and we'd certainly like your feedback down the road on our listens line, of course, too. Temperatures in the 50s and 40s, very cool air across the Empire State right now. Wellsville, 37 right now, where we have seen a fair amount of cloud cover today. A couple of scattered showers here, as you can see in our Doppler network, Doppler radar, the last couple of hours, especially north and west, southern Ontario, just south of Peterborough. A couple of scattered cells popping up as well. And with this cold air tonight, clear skies, frost advisories for Seneca and Cayuga counties just east of the Finger Lakes and in the Finger Lakes, east of Geneva for tonight. And this is issued because we are starting to get into the growing season. Here we are heading into the month of May now, so we do run the threat of many nights where we'll be near 32 and below. Temperatures tonight, scattered frost, and yes, a couple of snow flurries may even fall. Not a major problem, no accumulation, but they will be out there. Temperatures in Dansville around 31, Brockport about 34 overnight tonight. All right, weather highlights, let's take a look at them. So that scattered frost, maybe southern tier. The cool air lingers Tuesday, a scattered shower, and finally, wait till you see the 5-day. Man, temperatures are going up big time later on into next week and into the weekend. Take a look at satellite and radar across the Northeast. You are right there, and we're kind of peppered with this popcorn radar showing you this very cellular forms of showers across the area due to the instability happening in the atmosphere because the air is so cold, not only down here, but more importantly, what's going on up in the atmosphere, 5,000 to 15,000 feet, plenty of cold air, and temperatures, there's no warmth anywhere. You got to go to Charlotte maybe, into the Carolinas in the 60s. Tomorrow, same deal, temperatures will reside in the 50s as well, and Charlotte may get up to around 70. All right, so forecast tonight. There it is for you. A partly cloudy sky, chilly, maybe a flurry or a rain shower possible. Temperatures down to around 34. Tomorrow, right around 50 degrees. This is May. A mainly cloudy sky, as you can see over the city. Now, this is the map I really enjoy. I hope you do as well. Give you a true view of our weather tomorrow as well. Temperatures right around 50, a scattered shower. Take a look at them. The new improved, we hope, next 5 days of your life coming up on TV. And you can see that temperatures eventually moderate. We'll see them back into the mid-50s on Wednesday. By Thursday, 62 degrees, wall-to-wall sunshine. We will be mainly sunny here on Friday and Saturday. A little more in the way of clouds Friday, and temperatures responding nicely back into the mid and upper 60s going into Friday evening and Saturday as it looks right now.
And that looks special.
Yeah, so the tubes of the future are gone, but now we have realistic pictures of the future.
Really gives us an idea of what it's going to be like.
Yeah, that's exactly what we're going for here. We have some new, again, future modeling data that we're going to do, some rainfall. We'll be able to show you snowfall down the road, wind speed and direction. All these things are coming in the future to a TV near you.
All righty.
Thanks,
Scott. We'll talk to you later.
Scotty.
All right, we'll see you.
You could be one of the millions that suffer from chronic lower back pain. Well, there's good news on the medical front. Find out why exercise might be the best thing for you. That's in Health Watch coming up next.
And then stay with us because later on you're going to meet a high school student whose work can now be seen on a local billboard.
They're talking big money at the Michael Jackson trial. Was it a payoff? I'm Jennifer Donnellan in Santa Maria, California. We'll have the very latest coming up.
We are back in 60 seconds.
The 2005 Chevy Equinox. A 5-star frontal and side impact crash safety rating. With plenty of cargo room and more rear seat legroom than any SUV says a lot. One look says it all. Now use Hot Button bonus to get an 05 Equinox LS front-wheel drive for around $229 a month with Smart Buy financing. Residency restrictions apply. Call for details. Go to ChevyRochester.com.
Where am I? Where do you think?
Am I in heaven?
You might say that. Oh. It's a Sealy.
Peter, line 3. Peter, line 3.
What's that? Was that him?
Posturepedic twin mattresses are just $139, and queen sets are only $399. And get free next day delivery only at the Sealy Sleep Centers at Raymore and Flanagan.
This is News 8 now at 5. See the difference with Kevin Doran, Maureen McGuire, John Kutchko, and Scott Hetzko with weather on the 8s.
The best pain for your lower back may not be medication.
Elizabeth Harness has the news in Health Watch.
Well, if your lower back hurts, the best remedy is not taking a medication or trying to avoid any kind of exercise. In fact, the truth is the more you move, the better off your back will be. That's the result of a study today in the Annals of Internal Medicine, which addressed 6,400 people with lower back pain. Researchers discovered that the best way to treat chronic lower back pain was with regular exercise therapy. By increasing movement, it decreased patients' pain. Doctors recommend that the exercise program be customized per patient.
The compliance, or making sure that a program maintains the dose or gets the amount of exercise that's recommended for them.
Chronic back pain is pain which lasts for 12 weeks straight and after which recurs frequently. We've all heard about the damage that tanning and tanning beds can cause, but teens apparently are not listening. According to a survey released today by the American Dermatological Association, 66% of teens questioned across the nation thought a tan just looked better, and 60% actually admitted to getting burned in the sun last summer. Too much sun exposure, of course, is one of the leading causes of skin cancer. Well, meditation may not be your thing, but there's a new study out that may make you change your mind. In the American Journal of Cardiology, people who practice transcendental meditation and other types of meditation actually live longer than those who didn't, about 23%. Researchers say that peaceful activity decreases stress and as a result lowers a person's blood pressure. So before you give meditation a pass, you might want to check it out. Does warm wet milk really make you sleepy? And does increasing your intake of vitamin C really help shorten the length of a cold? Coming up at 6 in a special Health Watch report, we're going to answer those urban legends or medical myths. In the meantime, see how much you know by taking our online quiz. Just head to WROC-TV.com and click on Medical Myths icon. We have the answers coming up at 6 and 11. On your Health Watch at 5, I'm Elizabeth Harness for News 8 Now.
Thanks, Elizabeth.
Well, May is finally going to start feeling like May. Of course, it's just the beginning of the month, isn't it? But it's going to warm up. Scott's going to tell us when we come back.
News 8 Now weather brought to you by Bill Gray's Restaurants.
Oh, hefty Ultraflex. Resist exposure.
Hefty Ultraflex bags, 20% thicker and ultra puncture resistant. Look for the brick wall pattern.
Strong, like me.
WROC-TV's Maureen McGuire invites you to the Pink Ribbon Run and Walk to benefit the Breast Cancer Coalition of Rochester. Celebrate Mother's Day, May 8th, with thousands of women in the fight against breast cancer. Enter the 5K race or the Family Fitness Walk. For pre-registration, pick up applications at any Wegmans or Starbucks locations or call the Breast Cancer Coalition at 473-8177. Show your support and make a difference at the Pink Ribbon Run and Walk Sunday, May 8th with WROC-TV. What's the weather like in your neighborhood? News 8 now has your forecast 24 hours a day. Call the Stormwatch 8 weather line at 222-8888 or go online to WROC-TV.com. The only local website that tracks satellite and radar in motion. Plus the forecast for the next 5 days of your life. The Stormwatch 8 weather line. Call it 24/7 or online at WROC-TV.com. Brought to you by Chase Pitkin and News 8 Now. See the difference every day.
Dan Fulmer Company offers you more.
Are you ready for new siding? The bigger question is, do you really want unnecessary seams on your house? With Fulmer's 25-foot panels, you can say goodbye to unwanted seams.
Call the experts at Dan Fulmer Company for virtually seamless siding on your home. And right now, save 20% on our virtually seamless siding system. 38,000 customers must be right.
Dan Fulmer Company.
News 8 Now, brought to you in part by Dan Fulmer Company.
All right, Scott Hetzko, it's May. Where are the May temperatures?
Oh, Maureen, can you give me a couple more days?
Sure.
Would you do me that solid,
Couple
Kevin?
of days.
All right, good. Because, you know, we have a good pattern coming up. You just got to be patient, and in a few days it will warm up and get clearer. It's exciting stuff. All right, let's take a look at our temperatures across the good old USA. You can see where the warm air is right now. You got to go down to Atlanta, Tampa to see temperatures in the 60s to 80s there. And because of a strong southern jet, it's been staying down there. However, good news as we go forward, though. Finally, high pressure that will reside over southeastern Missouri on Tuesday slowly jogs its way. So by Thursday, it's off the eastern seaboard. We get on the warm west side of that. So the chill where we are finally retreats, gets out of here. Mild temperatures return. What it means for you and me, temperatures up tickling 70 by the weekend. Back to you.
Love to hear it.
Good to see that cold air going back where it should be.
North.
That's right.
A City High School student will have his artwork viewed by thousands every day on a billboard.
And in the process, he is saving some lives, preaching fire prevention. This billboard is at the corner of Portland Avenue and Draper Street. The artist is Juan Agosto of Freddie Thomas High School. And Juan has a simple message for us all.
Don't smoke cigarettes.
And be careful.
Be careful, because if you fall asleep by smoking a cigarette, you drop it, you can light a rug on fire or something.
One of the things Juan received is a new bike for having his artwork selected.
It was a fad born out west, making its way to Rochester.
Tonight at 6 o'clock, we look back at the birth of the skateboarding lifestyle. That's in Dave McKinley's News 8 Then.
This Rochester man got an uninvited visit from Rochester police.
That was uncalled for. They had no right to do that.
8 on Your Side tells you why he got so angry tonight at 6.
I'm John Kutchko. A Twins pitcher gets suspended and it affects the Red Wings. I'll tell you how coming up at 6.
Next here at 5, what happened to the $1.5 million?
Did Michael Jackson spend it on hush money? The King of Pop's on trial. Get the latest next.
Modern medicine.
Cracking your knuckles will lead to arthritis later in life.
Urban legends.
Wearing high heels will lead to varicose veins.
Medical myths.
Drinking warm milk makes you feel sleepy.
You believe them as a kid. You still use them as an adult.
Which ones do you practice? Take our medical myths quiz online, then compare your answers as we ask local doctors which is true and what is a myth.
Putting medical myths to the test tonight at 6 and 11 on News 8 Now. See the difference every day.
Love our Kohler awning. There's lots of reasons why Western New Yorkers love their Kohler awning. Besides protecting you from the outside elements, a Kohler awning is like adding another room. You'll wonder how you ever enjoyed your backyard without one.
You'll have it made in the shade.
Nothing says summer like Tim Hortons Ice Cap. Totally creamy, totally cool. Try it with 2% milk or 1% chocolate. Just $2.09.
Today, upstate New York faces rising property taxes, job losses, and severe budget deficits. Now there's a proposal in Albany to force upstate taxpayers to pay $300 million tax dollars on a football stadium in Manhattan. That's just not right. Upstate taxpayers shouldn't be forced to pay for a football stadium that they won't use and can't afford. Say no to a West Side stadium.
Tonight, the one thing you should never do on Mother's Day
I kind of stabbed your mom.
is try to kill your mother-in-law.
If she'd expect us to welcome her with open arms.
On a new Still Standing. Then, with only 3 new Ravens left, don't miss the funniest episode yet.
For the first time in my marriage, I finally know what it's like to be the one wearing the panties.
And you never forget your first funeral.
So where's the dead guy?
Jake, show a little respect.
Where's the dead guy, sir?
New 2.5 Men. It's all here CBS tonight, and Martin Short joins Dave on a new late show.
This is News 8 Now.
The Michael Jackson molestation trial should reach a turning point this week.
It's because prosecutors are right now slowly working their way through their final witnesses. And today they focused on money that was allegedly spent by Jackson. Jennifer Donnellan reports from California.
With only a day left before prosecutors say they'll wrap up their case against Michael Jackson, they called a bank manager to the stand to talk money, big money. 2 checks totaling $1.5 million from Neverland Valley Entertainment cashed by one of the alleged unindicted co-conspirators, Jackson's associate Mark Schaffel, seen here having lunch with one of Jackson's ex-wives. Prosecutors are trying to show that a chunk of the cash was a payoff for a rebuttal video made to improve Jackson's image after he revealed in a British documentary that he shared his bed with children. The money is also intended to show Jackson and Schaffel were in business together, despite defense claims that Schaffel acted alone. The banker testified Jackson was aware of the transaction.
The banker indicated that there were only 2 people allowed to sign on this account, that she'd talked to Jackson's associate, but she'd also previously talked to Jackson. That ties him in to this alleged conspiracy.
But even so, legal experts have been wondering out loud if prosecutors are really proving their case to the jury.
In the last week, we've seen things fall apart.
After the prosecution rests, Jackson's legal team is expected to ask the judge to dismiss the entire case for insufficient evidence. The judge will likely say no. The defense will then move into position. Lead attorney Tom Mesro has said he plans to put, quote, a lot of witnesses on the stand, and some analysts believe the King of Pop will be one of them. Jennifer Donnellan, CBS News, Santa Maria, California.
Scott looks ahead to tonight and tomorrow in the forecast in just a moment.
Did you hear about my accident?
My car was a mess.
I'm driving on the highway. This car's coming up behind me. Just came in all hot. T-boned me.
I wasn't looking.
Airbag goes off.
The whole back of my van is caved in. Fluids on the ground.
Steam just popping all out of the engine.
But it's a good thing our insurance company is Amica.
Amica.
Amica is great.
At Amica, we built our business on customer referrals.
I mean, when I first got the policy, they totally helped me pick out the right coverage.
Saved a bunch of money in the end. Does your insurance company do that?
You should call Amica.
Call Amica today and you'll see how.
And when it came time to pay the claim,
Like that, without a hassle.
they paid it.
And it was like they were happy to give me the money.
Does your insurance company do that? We also have one of the highest retention rates in the industry.
I've had Amica for years.
5 years.
25 years. Never a hassle. You don't have Amica?
Find out what everyone's talking about. Switch to the insurance company that understands it's not just how you're covered.
I just pick up the phone and call.
It's how you're treated.
You gotta get Amica.
Get Amica, bro.
Call Amica.
Call Amica today for a free, no-obligation quote.
Here's a quick and easy tip for healthier meals from Bird's Eye Foods.
Using lasagna noodles, you can create fabulous roll-ups filled with Bird's Eye vegetables, cheese, and tomatoes. Top it off with spaghetti sauce or salsa, and you've created a hot and delicious dinner in a flash. You can find these recipes at WROC-TV.com and click on Live Well 8. For Bird's Eye Foods, I'm Mark Sush.
Bird's Eye Foods, a proud partner with Preferred Care and WROC-TV Live Well 8.
Take this steak and top it with mushrooms, shrimp, or cheese. There's no hesitating, a hot steak is waiting tonight at Applebee's. You better not try to stand in my way when they're topping steaks like these. So take this steak and top it tonight at Applebee's.
You call it in, we bring it out. Try Applebee's new Carside to Go.
Looks like heartburn.
Wait! They also have pressure and bloating.
That's gas.
We don't treat gas.
I do. Maalox Max. Fast heartburn plus gas relief.
Thanks, Max.
Maalox Max. When you have it all, treat it all. Looks like heartburn.
Wait! They also have pressure and bloating.
That's gas.
We don't treat gas.
I do. Maalox Max. Fast heartburn plus gas relief.
Thanks, Max.
Maalox Max. When you have it all, treat it all.
News 8 Now weather brought to you by Bill Gray's Restaurants.
Scott's here to tell us about our evening.
Yes, we are indeed. Partly cloudy skies tonight. You will notice maybe the risk of a shower or a flurry there. Temperatures down to 34. Tomorrow only around 50, so indeed about 12 to 15 degrees cooler than we should be. But it's getting better. More on that at 6.
We'll be patient.
All right.
Thank you, Scott.
Okay.
Now, a rapid recap of the top stories of the hour. Authorities in Georgia are still deciding whether to file charges against Jennifer Milbank. She, of course, the bride who fled before her wedding. It sparked a nationwide search. They say it looks like she planned her getaway for some time.
2 Fort Drum soldiers are among the latest Americans killed in Iraq, including an Army private from Jamestown, New York. 100 people have died in Iraq since Friday. Their new government is supposed to take over tomorrow.
That's all for now. Entertainment Tonight's coming your way next.
We'll see you at 6. Thanks for choosing Channel 8.
Thanks for watching News 8 Now at 5. If you know of a news story or see breaking news, call pound 888, a free call on your Verizon wireless cell phone, or email us at newsroom@WROC-TV.com.